Hey guys, it's Derek here. Today we're going to be taking a look at 7 things I wish I knew before I started figure collecting. Now I've kind of amassed all this knowledge over 10 years, with a lot of growth in the last 2 or 3, but yeah, I'm going to try to leave out any of the very obvious things, like it's going to cost a lot of money, and it's incredibly addictive. But yeah, let's get started. One major thing I wish I knew was just how much variety there was out there. There's so many different types of figures like Nendoroids, scales, resin as well. There's just so much out there, and I was just collecting one type of scale. Portrait of Heart, One Piece figures. That's it. So if I can go back, I would go and expand my knowledge a little bit and collect a few more things. But yeah, that's the first one. Hesitating's actually nerfed my collection in more ways than one, but now there's some grails out there that I don't know if I really want to spend the money for. Just knowing I could have got it for retail price earlier. Just know that all pre-orders are primarily free, and you can cancel them if you do change your mind. Just don't do that too often, otherwise you get on the site's bad list and you may not be able to order again. Just heads up. As much as I love my collection, I wish I gave used figures a bigger chance in the beginning. Not only would this save me a ton of money, but also I'd be able to find some other things that I wouldn't be able to find brand new. I had this opportunity in Japan, but I chose not to because I just didn't trust what people would be doing with these figures. But now that I know, yeah, used figures are perfectly fine, and I definitely recommend everyone go pick up a few. Just like most manufactured goods, anime figures also have a warranty attached to them. Now, I'm not entirely sure if it's just 1 year or however long it's supposed to be. I don't think it's written anywhere, but I would say within a year is fine, and I typically go and contact the manufacturer if something was really wrong, like if something's broken or if the color's incredibly off. Just shoot off an email and see what's going on. They might be able to help you out and maybe even replace it. And usually when you ship the item back, they don't charge you for that. So that massive cost of it coming in will not be there. Also, when they ship you the replacement, that won't be there as well. Try not to abuse this and do this responsibly, please. When I first started collecting figures a little over 10 years ago, I never expected it to grow over 100 figures strong. There's a ton of figures here now, and if I just kind of not tracked everything, I'd, number one, maybe go insane, and number two, I'd kind of forget what I've ordered and everything else. So I highly recommend using a site like My Figure Collection, or MFC, to actually use it to categorize everything you have. It can help track your pre-orders. It can also help you show you what you have in your collection, because sometimes you may order something and forget that it's there. It's also a very helpful tool if anyone's trying to buy you a gift if you put on your wish list. Heads up. But one option that's on there that I don't think a whole lot of people know about or talk about is exporting it with the CSV file. That way you can actually put it into a Google Doc or Google Sheet, and also in Excel format. So you can kind of tinker around and play with it there. It has a bit of information, but you're gonna have to tweak it. It's not a bad way just to kind of hit export and it's all there. Just little things. Now this next one is a bit of a more recent discovery for me, and that is re-releases, or just how frequent they are. Normally manufacturers don't re-release things too often, but at least the ones that I follow and collect do decently, like Mega House, Kotobukiya, Aniplex, and Good Smile. They kind of all do re-releases every now and then, and I've been able to pick up a few things that people would consider grails for basically retail price, and I'm super excited and happy about that because I wouldn't be able to get them otherwise, or at least my wallet wouldn't let me buy it otherwise. Do some research and see if your manufacturer that you love is doing any re-releases or has a frequency or has a history. Hopefully you can get something too. And the number one thing that I wish I knew before I started collecting was just how much space everything took up. I knew the figures were going to take up a little bit. I just didn't anticipate collecting this many, so obviously I'm running out of space. And also the boxes themselves. If you are collecting, you need to keep the box in case you want to resell them, or if you're ever moving, just having it in that packaging is the best way to transport something. Those boxes take up so much space, and I'm not talking about like nano boxes or anything like that. I'm talking about full-on scales, or if you're crazy enough, if you started collecting a lot of resins, yeah, those take up a ton of space. And maybe if I knew all that, I may not have started collecting. Not for any other reason than I don't have anywhere to put it unless I put it in storage. You've been warned. Don't do this unless you're really committed to this and you love all these things. Yeah, there's no space left in here. So I hope that helped some of you guys out if you're just starting your figure collecting journey, or if you're further along like me. If you have any other points or tips that you want to give anyone else, just leave them in the comment section down below, and yeah, hopefully give this video a big old like so that more people can see this, to warn them what might happen. Yeah. I will see you guys next time. Derek out. Bye.